Welcome to the Hollywood Secrets Information. In this we are diving deep into the golden era of film to explore 30 biracial old Hollywood actors who broke boundaries, shaped cinema, and left behind unforgettable legacies. Hollywood's golden age was dazzling, but beneath the glamour, many stars faced struggles of identity, racial prejudice, and typecasting. Today, we honor the biracial pioneers who brought richness and diversity to the screen, often in times when society wasn't ready to fully embrace them. 1. Merle Oberon. Merle Oberon, best known for her haunting role in Wuthering Heights, 1939, was one of the earliest biracial stars to make it big in Hollywood. Born in Bombay, India, to a British father and a Ceylonese mother, she concealed her heritage to avoid discrimination. Hollywood marketed her as exotic but white-passing, though her true identity was one she carried quietly throughout her career. Despite the secrecy, her beauty and talent secured her place as one of the icons of old Hollywood. 2. Rita Hayworth. Before she became the love goddess, Rita Hayworth was Margarita Carmen Cancino. Her father was Spanish, and her mother was of Irish-English descent. Studio heads changed her look, even lightening her skin and dyeing her hair red to make her more marketable to American audiences. Still, she carried her Latina heritage quietly throughout her career, becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars in films like Gilda, 1946. 3. Dorothy Dandridge. A true trailblazer, Dorothy Dandridge was one of the first African-American actresses to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress for Carmen Jones, 1954. Biracial in heritage, with both African-American and European ancestry, Dandridge had immense talent but often faced typecasting. Her career symbolizes both progress and the barriers biracial and black actresses faced in Hollywood's golden era. 4. Eartha Kitt. Known for her sultry voice and magnetic performances, Eartha Kitt's background was complex. Born in South Carolina, she was of African-American and Cherokee descent. Hollywood and Broadway often highlighted her exotic allure, but she also endured prejudice. Still, she thrived, becoming unforgettable as Catwoman in the 1960s Batman series. 5. Lena Horne. Lena Horne, born to a black father and a mother of mixed European heritage, was one of MGM's brightest stars in the 1940s. Known for her performances in Stormy Weather, 1943, and Cabin in the Sky, 1943, she used her fame to fight racial injustice. Her light complexion often meant studios attempted to make her fit Hollywood's limited view of beauty, but Horne remained proud of her identity. 6. Fred Armstead Jr., Stepin Fetchit, Lincoln Perry. Lincoln Perry, better known as Stepin Fetchit, had mixed-race heritage and was the first black actor to become a millionaire. While criticized for playing stereotypical roles, his success in breaking into Hollywood made him an important, if controversial, pioneer. 7. Harry Belafonte. Belafonte, with Jamaican and Scottish heritage, was one of the most strikingly handsome and talented stars of the 1950s. Known for his music in films like Carmen Jones, 1954, he became an icon for civil rights. His biracial background gave him a unique presence that Hollywood alternately celebrated and feared. 8. Sammy Davis Jr. A legendary performer, Sammy Davis Jr. was of African-American and Cuban ancestry. His incredible talent made him one of the most beloved entertainers of the Rat Pack era. Still, he faced segregation, discrimination, and even threats when he publicly embraced interracial love. 9. Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr was born Hedwig Kiesler in Austria, to a Jewish father and a mother of Hungarian heritage with possibly mixed lineage. Though her biracial identity wasn't often discussed, her heritage created challenges during the rise of anti-Semitism. Beyond acting, she also co-invented technology that laid the groundwork for Wi-Fi. 10. Myrna Loy. Though often seen as the quintessential all-American actress, Myrna Loy's mother had Welsh and Scottish ancestry while her father's family had Welsh and possibly mixed heritage. Studios marketed her early on as an exotic type, casting her in Asian roles due to her ambiguous features before she transitioned into sophisticated leading lady parts. 11. Anthony Quinn. Born in Mexico to an Irish-Mexican father and a Mexican mother, Anthony Quinn became one of Hollywood's most versatile actors. Winning 2 Academy Awards, he played roles ranging from Zorba the Greek, 1964, to Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. His biracial identity often led to him being cast in ethnic roles, yet he gave them dignity and strength. 12. Raquel Welch. Raquel Welch, born Jo Raquel Tejada, had Bolivian and European heritage. Her biracial background added to her beauty, though studios often downplayed her Latina roots. She became one of the most iconic sex symbols of the 1960s. 13. Cesar Romero. Known for playing the Joker in the 1960s Batman series, Romero was of Cuban and Spanish descent. His biracial identity was part of his charm, giving him a suave, Latin lover reputation in Hollywood. 14. Gilbert Roland. Gilbert Roland, born in Mexico to Spanish and Mexican parents, was one of Hollywood's earliest Latino heartthrobs. His mixed heritage allowed him to play a wide range of roles, from romantic leads to tough cowboys. 15. Rita Moreno. Though her biggest fame came slightly after the Golden Age, Rita Moreno was one of the first Latina actresses to win an Academy Award for West Side Story, 1961. Puerto Rican by birth with mixed heritage, she struggled against Hollywood stereotypes but ultimately broke barriers for Latina representation. 16. Sal Mineo. Best remembered for his role alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, Sal Mineo was of Sicilian and Lebanese descent. His heritage gave him an ambiguous look that Hollywood alternately celebrated and typecast. 17. Maria Montez. Nicknamed the Queen of Technicolor, Maria Montez was born in the Dominican Republic to a Spanish father and a mixed-race mother. She became famous for her exotic beauty and starred in adventure films of the 1940s. 18. Dolores Del Rio. A true Hollywood legend, Dolores Del Rio was born in Mexico to Spanish and indigenous heritage. She became one of the first Latin American actresses to achieve fame in Hollywood, known for films like Flying Down to Rio, 1933. 19. Yvonne De Carlo. Best known as Lily Munster in The Munsters, Yvonne De Carlo was born in Canada to a Sicilian father and a Scottish mother. Her mixed heritage gave her striking beauty, leading her to roles in swashbuckling adventures and musicals. 20. Anthony Franciosa. Born in New York to Italian and mixed heritage parents, Franciosa's looks and talent made him a leading man in the 1950s and 1960s. His biracial identity allowed him to play diverse roles. 21. Zachary Scott. Known for his villainous roles in films like Mildred Pierce, 1945, Scott had Welsh and Mexican roots. His sharp looks made him a unique presence in Hollywood's golden age. 22. Fredi Washington. Fredi Washington was a pioneering black actress of the 1930s, of African American and European heritage. Known for Imitation of Life, 1934, her light skin often placed her in difficult positions. She refused to pass as white and embraced her identity proudly. 23. Paul Robeson. Singer, actor, and activist Paul Robeson had African and European heritage. His commanding performances in films like Show Boat, 1936, and his activism made him one of the most important cultural figures of his time. 24. Carmen Miranda. The Brazilian bombshell Carmen Miranda had Portuguese and mixed South American heritage. Famous for her fruit hat costumes and dazzling performances, she became a symbol of Latin flair in Hollywood musicals. 25. Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power, one of Hollywood's most handsome leading men, had Irish, English, and Hispanic ancestry. His matinee idol looks and mixed heritage gave him a unique magnetism on screen. 26. Linda Darnell. Known for Forever Amber, 1947, Linda Darnell had Spanish and European roots. Studios promoted her as an all-American beauty, but her background gave her a striking appearance that stood out. 27. Lupita Tovar. Mexican-born actress Lupita Tovar, of Spanish and indigenous heritage, starred in the Spanish-language version of Dracula, 1931. She became one of the earliest Latina actresses in Hollywood. 28. Anna May Wong. The first Chinese-American Hollywood star, Anna May Wong, had both Chinese and European heritage. She fought against typecasting, paving the way for Asian representation in Hollywood. 29. Kai Luk. Famous for playing Charlie Chan's son in Masterplan Kung Fu, Kai Luk was of Chinese and mixed heritage. He was one of the first Asian actors to break into mainstream Hollywood. 30. Jose Ferrer. Puerto Rican-born Jose Ferrer, of Spanish and mixed descent, became the first Hispanic actor to win an Academy Award for Cyrano de Bergerac, 1950. His biracial identity gave him a commanding presence that Hollywood could not ignore. These 30 biracial old Hollywood actors remind us that behind the glamour of the silver screen were men and women who often faced struggles with identity, typecasting, and discrimination. Yet, they used their heritage, talent, and determination to leave an unforgettable mark on Hollywood history. They were pioneers balancing personal identity with professional demands, often forced to hide parts of themselves while still breaking barriers for those who came after. And that wraps up today's journey into Hollywood's hidden history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of biracial stars of old Hollywood, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more untold stories of the stars. Thanks for watching.